Javon Kinlaw, let's say he's healthy this year, the whole year. What would that mean to the 49ers?
I think if he's healthy, they could have the best defensive line in football if he's healthy. I think it was interesting because I started to look back at his college stats, right? Because I remember back in college, I felt like he was a good pass rusher in college, and I know people throw PFF ratings out there when it suits their needs. It suits my need right now. So he did have a high pass rush rating from PFF, and generally their grades do actually pan out from college prospect to pro prospect. And the one thing that he did do, I believe if I remember right, if you look at his college stats, he did deflect the ball.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He had 10 sacks in college and 8 pass breakups, and that carried over to the NFL too. Like his rookie year, he had 4 pass breakups and 1.5 sacks. Even if he's not getting the quarterback, he had a pick 6.
He did.
He's actually really good at reading the quarterback and better than Buckner and Armstead, who are taller than him.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, and I think like when you're looking at a sack total, like I don't think you're gonna look at. I mean, even Buckner, right? Buckner is not close to like Aaron Donald numbers. Like Aaron Donald's just a different animal. So I think if Javon got like 7, if you got like 6 sacks out of him, that's pretty good for an interior guy. And then obviously, what he can do in the run game certainly helps. And another thing, I think if you talk to offensive linemen and ask them what gives you more trouble, power or speed, I think the majority of them are going to tell you power. In fact, on vacation, I actually ran into a collegiate offensive lineman. It's fun. I was at a resort, and I was all the people I were running into were like Canadians and all. I'm like, oh, here's a 6'5" black guy with a football T-shirt on. I know this guy's American. No, he was Canadian, but he played American sport. But I talked to him for a little bit, and he said he was an offensive tackle, and he said power give him more problems, and that's what Kinlaw has.
Yeah, it's interesting with him. He's like, if he's healthy, I don't know how much he's been healthy since college, but I'm looking back at his game log, and he wasn't a productive pass rusher his first 2 years, but then his last year, 2019, he legitimately had 4 sacks in his first 4 games and 5 sacks in his first 6 games. So maybe he was fully healthy at that point, and he was a productive pass rusher. He kind of tailed off and he only had 1 sack the final 6 games. But maybe he got hurt. I mean, I don't know what his story is with his knee. I know he had full ACL reconstruction this offseason. So if he's like 100% healthy, maybe there is like a pass rusher there. I wonder. I feel like with him, like it's gonna matter how healthy he is this offseason, because I still think he needs some refinement in terms of technique. I could be wrong, but I've seen him in one-on-ones, and he really struggled with Laken Tomlinson. So I think if he could be healthy all offseason and just go through the one-on-ones, practice, learn, improve, and stay healthy, yeah, he might be able to be really freaking good.
But I think he can.
I want to see how long he can be healthy consistently for. Because what I've seen the pass from him is he'll have a week where he practices, and then a week where he's like kind of half going, half not practicing. And it's hard to improve when your body won't let you consistently be out there, right?
Right. He's got to be able to consistently be out there for the most part in practice, but then also playing games, right? Because even he did fight through and play some games, and he didn't practice. But I don't think. But then he wasn't available
if I remember correctly, he was out there all of his rookie offseason.
Yeah.
Now that there was no OTAs and stuff then, but there was training camp. He was out there. He was doing the one-on-ones. He played most of his rookie year. He was good against the run, very good against the run. It's just for where he was drafted and who he got traded for, got to be a pass rusher.
And the other thing, I think, if you look back at his college, like he played at South Carolina. It's not like he played at Alabama, or I think where they had like 25 million guys. Like, so when you're a defensive lineman, you play at Alabama, you're getting one-on-ones pretty much down the line because the next guy over is as good as you, or maybe he might be better.
Right. That's true. Same thing at Ohio State, right? It's hard to double team people because everyone's great.
Yeah,
everyone's 5-star.
It's not like South Carolina. South Carolina didn't have a bunch of Javon Kinlaws on the line. It was like, hey, this guy's their best player. We need to stop this guy. Right. So he had everyone keyed on him, and he played in the SEC. So like for him to do all of that, it really does say something on the South Carolina team. So I think if he's healthy, he can help the 49ers really. They might have the best defensive line in football if he's healthy and is able to progress. Because I think, in my personal opinion, I think that kind of what you said is what's been preventing him is he's needed to be able to learn the NFL game, and he's not been able to learn because he hasn't been out there enough.
Right. No, if he's healthy this year, he immediately improves the run defense because DJ Jones leaving and now turning. I don't know who the starting. I mean, he's the starting nose tackle. So if he's not healthy, then the starting nose tackle is Kevin Givens, Hassan Ridgeway. The run defense could be an issue. If he's out there, the run defense should not be an issue. I just want to know what kind of a pass rush is he going to be, because I feel like, again, when I saw his rookie year was a guy who had been used to bullying offensive linemen his whole life, and he's no way he's going to bully Laken Tomlinson. He might be able to bully Aaron Banks. We'll see. He might be. He might be able to bully Daniel Brunskill. I think he might. But there's always going to be these teams with someone like Laken Tomlinson or better. And does he have the finesse, really, the wiggle, the hand usage, the skill to beat that guy?
Didn't he go at it with Alex Mack last year, if I remember right? Was it him? It was Alex Mack went at it with a defensive lineman, I think, fairly early in camp.
Training camp?
I think so. It didn't get out right. It didn't go out to like a full blown fight or anything, but like I think they had some words, and
that sounds right. I'm sure a bunch of people wrote about it. I'm sure you could search it. Yeah.
But I've expected a big year for Kinlaw and this defensive line. So
I'm in no position to predict about Kinlaw's knee. I don't know. I'm hoping.
I don't know either, but I'm since I've been on the Kinlaw, from the beginning. Yeah. So I'm gonna ride it until he proves me wrong. So
I know what I want to see from him in training camp. I mean, he doesn't need to be playing right now. He just needs to get healthy and be ready for training camp. That's what I want to see. I'll let you know if I see it. I mean, he should be able to beat Aaron Banks in those one-on-one drills. I expect he will. And that doesn't even prove that much, frankly. Although Aaron Banks might be a baller now. Who knows? We'll see. But I think Kinlaw's way bigger than Aaron Banks. I don't know. We'll see. I'm curious.
It also gives the 49ers two humongous interior linemen in Armstead and Kinlaw. And
when Kinlaw was playing before Armstead was outside, I don't think they've really done this that much together. I'm curious to see how that goes.
Yeah, and it sounds like they're keeping Armstead inside.
I think so. I haven't seen him play outside yet.
Okay.
The Jedi says, I find it funny when you say something about a player, everyone has to give their take. Trey Lance gets criticized by the media and journalists. Quiet.
Yeah.
I know, right?
With Trey coming in, like if you're a quarterback, you have to really expect to be criticized and put everything and just get drilled by the media. It's going to happen I mean, it happens on every team. Like even the 49ers have certain like expectations and a certain legacy with their quarterbacks, but like look at other teams, their quarterbacks are getting it too.
Marcano Ray says Debo went to South Carolina, and so did Kinlaw. Confirmed. He looked it up. Confirmed. Did Debo send Kinlaw to send Grant a message? ? Oh man, now we're getting into fan fiction. I don't know.
No. Grant has been supporting Debo from the jump. I mean, he's been telling the Niners to pay Debo and all of that. I mean, the only thing that Debo doesn't like is that Grant called him out saying that there is a situation when Debo said there's not, but was really posting about it. But
I don't know. It's been a wild off season. I'm not trying to make myself the center of everything. I'm not trying to make myself the story. I was just going to go and write the good and the not so good and leave. That's what I'm planning on doing tomorrow. Can I make it out of there without becoming a national story. I hope. Please.
Are you gonna wear the hat?
And say who did good and who did not so good, and then ask a few questions about who's in the best shape of their life and why, and go home and have dinner with my wife. That's my plan for tomorrow. Let's see if I can make that happen. Last week I failed miserably. So we'll see. Looking for a quiet Wednesday.
Are you gonna wear the hat?
No, because I'm no longer rough nor ready. Okay, it's over. I've been traumatized. That hat has bad No, I think I gave off the wrong vibe. I'm not rough and ready.
You should give it. You should give it to Javon Kinlaw.
Oh man, one day, hopefully I will. If we're cool, but not now. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll be in Santa Clara tomorrow. We're gonna see more Trey Lance without Debo and Kittle. That kind of ups the degree of difficulty. Now there's no Bosa and Fred. Well, it'll be interesting. It's gonna be the Ray McLeod show, as we all know. Ray and his teammates practicing tomorrow. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see it, as Chris Rock would say, just before getting slapped in the face. All right, thank you very much, everyone. I will see you later. Oh, wait, hold on.
Whoa.
Has anyone in the Niners organization ever threatened to revoke your press pass? Yes, but a long time ago. Not John Lynch, not the current PR director, but a long time ago, 10 years ago, over the Anthony Davis thing. And they were unsuccessful, by the way. Unsuccessful. What's for dinner? Man, that's none of your business.